Hey everyone, in today's Maker Academy news, I've got a ton of updates about Meta releasing their most advanced artificial intelligence yet. I'll share details on when it launches, how to access it, and its key features. Let's dive into the news. Mark Zuckerberg has released his artificial intelligence, Llama 3.1, for free. This AI is one of the most powerful in the world. Let's take a look at how you can access it. Meta's Llama 3.1405B has simply outperformed its main competitor, OpenAI's ChatGPT. Meta's AI assistant for Instagram, WhatsApp, and Facebook is expanding to new countries, adding new languages, and gaining new features. Mark Zuckerberg releases his artificial intelligence Llama 3.1 for free. This AI is one of the most powerful in the world. Hey everyone! Meta announced this week the latest version of its artificial intelligence model called Llama 3.1. The new Llama technology comes in 3 different versions, with one of them being Meta's largest and most capable AI model to date. To start off, you already know what to do. Leave a comment below if you think Meta is right to release Llama 3.1 as open source. Don't forget to like and share the link to this video in your WhatsApp and Telegram groups with people you care about to keep them updated on this topic, all right? Thanks, let's continue. Like previous versions of Llama, the new model remains open source, which means it can be accessed for free. The new model highlights the social network's massive investment in keeping up with AI spending from high-profile startups levels such as OpenAI and Anthropic, as well as other tech giants like Google and Amazon. The company didn't disclose the development cost of Llama 3.1, but Mark Zuckerberg, Meta's CEO, recently told investors that the company is pouring billions of dollars into AI development. With this release, Meta shows that the closed approach favored by most AI companies isn't the only way to develop artificial intelligence. However, the company puts itself at the center of the debate about the risks of releasing AI without safeguards. Meta trains Llama to prevent harmful content generation by default, but the model can be modified to remove these protections. Meta claims that Llama 3.1 is just as smart and useful as the best commercial offerings from companies like OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic. On certain benchmarks measuring AI progress, Meta says their model is the world's smartest artificial intelligence. In an open letter published alongside the launch of the new model, Zuckerberg drew a comparison between Llama and the open-source Linux operating system. When Linux gained popularity in the late 90s and early 2000s, many major tech companies invested in closed alternatives and criticized open-source software as risky and unreliable. Today, however, Linux is widely used in cloud computing and serves as the core of the Android mobile operating system. Zuckerberg believes that AI will develop in a similar fashion, as he writes in his letter. Currently, several tech companies are developing closed proprietary models, but open source is quickly closing that gap. The new Llama model boasts 405 billion parameters or adjustable elements. Meta has already released 2 smaller versions of Llama 3, one with 70 billion parameters and another with 8 billion parameters. Today, the company also launched updated versions of these models, branded as Llama 3.1. Llama 3.1 is too large to run on a standard computer, but Meta states that many cloud providers, including Databricks, Grok, AWS, and Google Cloud, will offer hosted versions to enable developers to run customized versions of the model. The model can also be accessed through the website www.meta.ai.com. Unlike the latest models from OpenAI and Google, Llama isn't multimodal, which means it wasn't designed to handle images, audio, or video. However, Meta claims that the model is significantly better at using other software like web browsers, something many researchers and companies believe could make AI more useful. With all this information about Meta's release of Llama 3.1, In my opinion, it's clear that we're witnessing a true revolution in artificial intelligence. The fact that it's open source, just like Linux, shows that Meta is betting on a collaborative approach that could further accelerate AI development. Although it's not multimodal like OpenAI and Google's models, Llama 3.1 makes up for it with its incredible ability to use other software, which could open up new possibilities for its use. So, what do you guys think about Meta's new strategy? Do you believe open source is the future of AI? Leave your comments below. Let's hear your thoughts. If you found this news interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Watch out, ChatGPT. Meta's new AI Llama 3.1405B has just stunned its main competitor, OpenAI. Folks, Meta has finally released the highly anticipated Llama 3.1 language model with 45 billion parameters. There are many important details in the research paper that I'll break down in today's video. To start off, you know the drill. Comment below if you think Meta's new Llama 3.1 model with its 45 billion parameters will be able to outperform giants like GPT. What's your bet on the future of artificial intelligence? Let's keep this engaging conversation going in the comments. Don't forget to like and share the link to this video in your WhatsApp and Telegram groups so that your friends can stay up to date on this topic. Deal? Thanks. Let's continue. There's a lot to unpack, and this release has the potential to shake up the entire ecosystem. One of the things people are most interested in are the benchmarks for Llama 45B. When we analyze these benchmarks, we can see that it's performing at the same level as the latest generation models. Interestingly, Gemini 1.5 Pro doesn't even show up in the benchmark, which suggests this model might be superior in several areas. What we can observe is that Llama outperforms other models in various categories, such as tool use and multilingualism, not to mention its impressive performance on GSM 8K. This model's reasoning capability reaches 96.9, potentially surpassing Cloud 3.5. Of course, having benchmarks that show the model doing incredible things is important, but we always need to consider human evaluation. After all, these models will be used by people, and this is the most effective test to measure their efficiency. On the surface, when comparing a completely open model with much larger ones like GPT-4, which supposedly has 1.8 trillion parameters, it's clear that Llama 3.1, with its 405 billion parameters, is just as good or even better despite being 4.5 times smaller. This is remarkable because it suggests that people will be able to run Llama 3.1 locally, although it will require significant computing power. This demonstrates the evolution in terms of size versus efficiency, meaning size isn't everything, and it's ushering in a new paradigm where advanced features are becoming freely available. Furthermore, Llama 3 includes updated versions of the 38 billion and 70 billion parameter models. Essentially, this means that in their respective size categories, Llama 3 is the best model available. Google's Gemma 2 and Mixol can't compete, and Llama 3.1 with its 70 billion parameters clearly outperforms MixR, which has 8 to 22 billion parameters, as well as GPT 3.5 Turbo. Llama 3.1 isn't just marginally better, it surpasses other models in all categories by a significant margin. For those who use these smaller models for various tools, Llama 3.1 is incredibly effective. When it comes to human evaluations, it holds its own against cutting-edge models, coming out on top or tying in about 70% to 75% of cases. That's pretty impressive, especially when you consider the differences in size and operating costs. Just think about having a stripped-down version of Cloud 3.5 Sonic that lots of people want to use but can't because it's so expensive. While Llama 3.1 is still a hefty model, it's a breakthrough that nobody saw coming when you compare it to other models out there. One of the really interesting aspects is the model's architecture. They went with the standard decoder with a few tweaks instead of a mixture of experts approach to keep the development process scalable and straightforward. This has made the model much more effective, raising the question of whether this trend will continue as we move forward. Recently, there have been discussions about using millions of experts, not for the goal itself, but it'll be interesting to see how this evolves. This is where we dive into the research part. The article discusses LLAMA 3, a series of models that integrate image, video, and speech capabilities through a compositional approach. This is impressive because they're trying to make the model multimodal. They claim that this approach performs competitively in image, video, and speech recognition tasks. The models aren't widely publicized yet because they're still in development, but they're already showing good performance. As part of Llama 3's development, they also created multimodal extensions for the model, enabling image recognition, video analysis, and speech comprehension. These features are still in active development and aren't ready for release yet. The paper showcases initial experiments with these multimodal models, and it's clear that Llama 3 performs exceptionally well in vision tasks, even outperforming cutting-edge models in some categories. When it comes to image recognition, Llama 3's vision model performs remarkably well, even surpassing GPT-4 vision in certain areas. This is particularly impressive considering how highly praised GPT-4 vision was when it launched. It's exciting to think about the possibilities once Llama 3 becomes fully available as a vision assistant. While the improvements between the 70 billion and 45 billion parameter models are marginal, the 70 billion parameter Llama 3 still stands out in image recognition. Llama's 70 billion parameter video understanding model outperforms competitors like Gemini 1.0 Ultra and GPT-4 vision. This demonstrates that a smaller model can compete with massive multimodal models. Another interesting feature is Llama 3's ability to understand and respond to audio commands similar to GPT-4 chat. It can comprehend many different languages through natural speech, which is a significant advancement. The model can also identify the contents of CSV files and perform time series analysis through detailed graphs, such as tracking the performance of the S&P 500 over time, which is the stock market index for the United States. The experience gained in developing Llama 3 suggests that substantial improvements are on the horizon. This indicates that Llama 3 is not the pinnacle of what they can offer. There's still plenty of room for further advancements. If someone wants to use Llama 3 in the United States, they can access it through Meta. But in the United Kingdom, the only option is through the GRU platform, which offers fast inference. Folks, in my opinion, the release of Llama 3.1 by Meta, with its 70 billion or 45 billion parameters, marks a new paradigm in artificial intelligence. The ability of this model to compete with giants like GPT-4, despite being significantly smaller, is truly impressive. The integration of multimodal features such as image, video, and voice recognition takes it to a whole new level. The rapid progress and free accessibility show that we're just scratching the surface of AI's potential. What do you all think? What applications can you imagine for Llama 3.1? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Let's keep this engaging conversation going in the comments. If you found this news interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And Meta has arrived. The Meta AI assistant for Instagram, WhatsApp, and Facebook is now available in new countries with new languages and features. Let's take a look at all of this now. Meta, the company behind Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, and Threads, has announced that its AI assistant, Meta, is now available in new languages. The assistant has received several updates thanks to its integration with Llama 3.1, the company's latest language model. To start off, let me know in the comments if you're excited to use Meta on WhatsApp, Instagram, or Facebook. I'm curious to hear how you think these new features will impact your social media experience. Don't forget to like and share the link to this video in your WhatsApp and Telegram groups so your friends can stay up to date on this topic. Deal? Thanks. Shall we continue? Meta has introduced new features for WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook. If you're excited about these updates, feel free to comment below while I show you two videos I've prepared, as these features haven't appeared for me yet. I might be able to see them if I use a VPN. Let me know in the comments if you don't have access yet, or if you've used a VPN and managed to access these features. Alright, let's get started. I've got a YouTube video here. I'll mute it and we'll take a look at it together. Let's go ahead and hit play quickly. Here's what happens, folks. You'll access a contact just like you would with one of your friends. Then you'll open this conversation as if you were chatting with a real person. You can send a message here, even just a simple hi, and this chat will start. This is the Meta symbol here, and the person who made this video is demonstrating that it works on WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook, all three platforms. I've already made a video showing how to access it from your computer. And there's an interface here that's similar to ChatGPT, for example, where you can chat. Now, the most interesting part is that it's already integrated into WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook. So what can you do with it? You can ask questions and get answers to whatever you want. This is really cool because instead of going to Google to search, you can ask right here, and it will answer you without you needing to go anywhere else. And what else can you do? You can create images, and these aren't just those simple standard GIFs that all look the same. No, no, no. It's much better than that. Look, you use the command imagine. You type imagine here. It's pretty neat. Then you can say something like, imagine for me a face, a man's face. It didn't specifically create a man, but it did generate a face. See, it appeared right here. Then you can say, imagine a superhero. It created one here, but it's very basic. You can describe the prompt much better to get more detailed results. Imagine tattoos, imagine a painted nail here, imagine here. Now here it's in a different language in the video I'm watching, you can't see it. But basically you'll be able to ask whatever you want and also be able to... Realistically, I've got another video here that answers the question I had, which is apparently what they're going to allow for now, which is creating images of people like well-known brands, famous people, right? In this case, what did I quickly see here? Let's take a look. Check this out. If you look here, it created a Goku from Dragon Ball using some AI tools. If you try to use Dragon Ball, since you don't own the brand, it doesn't let you, right? So if I try to create a Mickey Mouse, for example, it won't allow it. And here it's allowing it, and here too. I looked, for example, here. I looked here and a SpongeBob quickly passed by. So you can create, yes, look, here's Goku fighting with a realistic person. So you can already create realistic people. I just didn't see here if, for example, you can put it like this. I want to create Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie. I want to create Anthony Starr dressed up as Homelander, for example, famous people. I don't know if Meta will release it in the interface. On the computer, they don't let you create people, like famous people. They let you create brands, right? I create them for my YouTube video thumbnails. For example, a person with the Microsoft logo or the Google logo. It allows that. But just being able to ask whatever you want, and on top of that, being able to create realistic images is already quite impressive. Soon it will be possible to create these images and selfies of yourself. That's pretty cool. It's interesting, like Meta has this feature where you can imagine, for example, how you'd look as a 3D avatar. It uses your phone's camera to create this realistic avatar for you. Another cool new feature is the ability to create images and comments. This is really neat because it makes your conversations more interactive. What's interesting is you can create images, comments, and stories in Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger, making chats even more fun. Plus, Llama 3.145B, which was released this week with integration into these social networks, will help solve math and coding problems with regular updates every 2 weeks. bringing new features and support for more languages. Meta's tools are already available in French, German, written Hindi, Romanized Hindi, Italian, Portuguese, Spanish in 22 countries, including Argentina, Chile, Colombia, Ecuador, Mexico, Peru, and other regions were included, but Brazil was left out, as I had already reported in another video. Meta was prevented from using data from Brazilians to train its AI. Personally, I don't mind, and it's not a problem for me at all. They already use quite a bit of data anyway. With all these new features that Meta is introducing, in my opinion, it's clear that we're on the verge of a revolution in how we interact with social networks. The ability to quickly create and edit images, as well as integrate advanced functions like solving mathematical problems in coding, promises to transform our digital experience. What do you think about these changes? Will this new phase of Meta really make our interactions easier and more interesting? Would you allow your data to be used to train AI so you could use this artificial intelligence? Let us know in the comments below. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. You'll now see on your screen suggestions for upcoming videos that you might find interesting.